Yeah, I mean, a pretty significant breakdown. Obviously, they tried to de-risk as much as they could into the end of the day here at the 4350 strike, but there's still a load of short put interest that's kind of buried there. And now we're moving to pressure what is now the largest pile of Vega risk at 4,300 over the weekend. I don't think that, generally VIX moves up a little bit over the weekend. The market maker is already going to be in a position, especially if we open under the 4315 strike, where they're going to have to go longer Vega into market open on Monday anyway. That could drive even more downside. So unless some really good economic news comes out over the weekend, which I don't think we have anything Monday morning. Nothing tonight. Monday morning's pretty light. Just some ECB speeches, manufacturing index shit. So yeah, I don't see anything substantially turning this around. It looks pretty bearish, to be honest. Let's take a look at what changed around today. So futures, still below that bear confirm at 43.6725. The next major resistance, obviously 43.50 to the downside. Below that, we start to fall below our like longer term resistance level, right? We fall under 43.28, and that's basically all of the upside the market gained from, early June through August is gone. If this hasn't already shifted sentiment significantly over the last couple of days, the people who bought the top are currently down about 6%. Crossing that gap probably will, especially if that means that we fall closer to our longer VWAP, down here around like 4,100. That's going to shake out a lot of long-term holders, if they're not being shaken out already, which I'm sure they are. Dixie's continuing to move up, but we've yet to surpass our March high. I would say that we're probably going to surpass it soon. We're pretty close right now. Broad commodities had moved up a little bit today, but ended up closing the day down 2 BPS. Oil closed the day up 80, back above 90, and still very much additive to inflation. VIX correlation on the daily picking up a little bit over yesterday. So it definitely looks like VIX is trending higher. Obviously, analysis on the VIX is questionable at best, but I would say that VIX is likely trending higher. If we go out to the weekly here, this is where this kind of really matters. Yeah, and you look at periods previously where VIX had kind of bottomed out and correlation begins to pick up, and you'll see that, a lot of this was into like September, October, November of 2021, where the market really started to lose some ground, and that's where we hit the bear market, right? That carried out through October, December, and correlation doesn't really fall off until we hit, the bull market or bull rally of the early part of this year. Same thing back into the January crash or March crash of 2020. As you see correlations start to rise very quickly on the weekly scale, and then into that brief bear market there. And we're seeing that over the last 3 weeks consistently. We've had correlation has moved from 50% to 57, 60, and now ending this week at 62. So definitely gaining a lot of ground there. Here we look at the correlation indexes. They're pushing it back a little bit after close with a moderately hard VIX short. I guess this is probably on a small bounce in futures, but these are rising back up pretty significantly today. The 3-month today crossed August's high, and so we're starting to see more desire for tail risk hedging, and also more volatility flow back into indexes from equities. Keep an eye on that. Obviously, I mean, you don't have to watch it every day, but over time, it makes a pretty significant difference. It seems that despite the huge pump in tech today, they were really unable to hold any meaningful ground, and they pumped tech really hard. NQ closed the day up 8 BPS versus the S&P's 22 BPS loss. I will see all of you guys Sunday for the members stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone had a great week. It was easy to play. It just kept going down. And if you didn't, there's always next week. So thank you, and I'll see you later. Have a good night, everybody.